Alright, I think we're finally good to go. Everybody, welcome back to the Nr2003 series. It's going to be here for race 8 today at Michigan. It's going to be 100 and I think 50 or 75 laps. It's going to be a long one here today. Going into race 8, got to get to race 15 for the playoff cutoff. Going into the 8th race, though, Andrew Carnelli, the 5th, is your points leader by 14 points over Farron Elam Jr. And then the rest of your playoff drivers are Farron, Mitchell Hodak so far is in the top 10 to make it to the playoffs. They're not, quite yet playoff drivers. Ryan Keenan, Connor Cunningham, Colin Francis, Emerson Arden, Ben Park, Max Powers, and Angel Gutierrez are your top 10. Coming from the back, they have to start moving now and basically have to outperform everybody in and out every week. Devin Smith, Corey Chase, Cropley, Dylan Ibrahim, and Devin Zimmerman, your bottom 5. Other than that, let's get into it. Hey, Dan. After this, I will be on Call of Duty. I finished that gun today before I did this. So I got another gold gun. That PP is done. Lol. But let's get on into Michigan now. As I open the game. We wait for this to disappear and then we will be A-okay. Gonna be a long one, times 2 fuel and tires, so they will pit every 25 to 30 laps. Let's get on into it. Any predictions today, Dan? Hell yeah, brother. Get through quali. And your pole sitter is Daniel Voiles over Sam Oscon, Joshua Balliet, Emerson, Jesse Adams, Dylan Abraham, Colin Francis, Christian Bracken, Mitchell Hodak, and Andrew Carnelli V. I'm gonna just let Happy Hour go for a second while I share the stream, and then I'll just sim it. Hell yeah, Dan. I probably should get those done today, to be honest with you, though, Dan. Alright, let's share stream. Alright. Do that. Copy. And share. If you... Then we'll do that. That. Post. This. And post. And then we got one more. Alright, to the Discord to share. And then my Discord. Alright, we all set. Let's get through the rest of Happy Hour now. Looks like Lingerfeld has the fastest car so far. I predict I blow up. Jesus, Dan, no faith, no faith. Eight minutes left to practice. Will anybody beat Lingerfeld's time? It'll be Jesse Adams. Alright, we got a long 150 laps here today. Let's get on into it.
Driver
Actually, I didn't even look at that. So your top 5, Lingerfeld, Melee, Rash, Troy. And your bottom 5, Ben, Reese, Cropley, Service, and Bone Adams going into this race. And then your points leader is starting 10th. As I roll off. Gonna be a long one. Looks like everybody's good so far. Starting from the back, Corey Chase in the 42 in that nice Javelin car. Let's get ready here. Will we have a big one here today at Michigan? Like I said, I think it's 25 to 30 laps on gas for them. Could be wrong, but that's what it said when I went and looked at it. So, not bad, Dan. Yes, sir, 13th. Now we need Connor in here. We'll have the whole chat. Get ready for the pace car to pull off here. Pace car is off. We are green here at Michigan. Voiles gets out to an okay start, and there's a lot of 3 wide already here. Voiles, Joshua Balliet, now Malenko right behind him in 97. He's going to go to the inside here already. He wants to lead lap 1. Can the 97 get the run off, or will the Highline prevail? Looks like the Highline will have the run there on the top. Voiles might be able to get the first lap led. There's Joshua now trying to get to his bumper, but cannot quite get there. It looks like Emerson in the 15 also now trying to follow the 97. And then Sam Oscon, I think, started second, now back to 4th. And here comes Jesse Adams in the 19 trying to go for 4th. Emerson almost hits the 97 of Balliet there, but gets to the inside as Voiles pulls away here. Emerson now going for 2nd. Dan Park looks like he might be moving up towards the back there, but we got a battle for 2nd right now between the 15 and the 97. Chevy, Ford, and Dodge all up here. Emerson's going to clear. Jesse Adams looks like they may clear to 4th. The 3rd now, actually, but here comes Dylan Abraham here in the 31. Sorry. Now going for 3rd on the 19 of Jesse Adams. They're 3 wide right behind him, possibly 4 with the 98. They're very close right there, all 4 wide. Sam Oscon, that got really close right there. Dan Park also in that mess. Jesse Adams again looking to the inside of 31, but here comes the 16, of Mitchell Hudak to the inside of Sam Oscon. It should get that position, and they're 3 wide once again back here. Michigan's usually one of the better racing tracks on NR. Emerson has caught up to Voiles, though. This is for the race lead. To the inside goes the 15. Can he make it stick? Can he be the first different leader today? Cannot get it to stick. Jesse Adams now falls back. And Dylan Abraham, once again, trying to get around the 16. Clears finally. Here comes the 40 of Sam Oscon on the outside. Joshua Belliot, though, looking to the inside. Will he make it 3 wide? Cannot get there to the 16. Joshua Belliot now back side by side with Sam Oscon as the 40 continues to fall back there. Looks like something might have happened to Dan. He's falling back now. Just a little bit. Back to 20th. It could just be that very high line is not very good. We'll go back towards the front. A lot of 3 wide back here. As the field's starting to spread out. Oh! Do we have a yellow? We do not. Let's go see what happened though to Ryan Keenan. That back end is all smashed. Why we had no yellow for that, I do not know. But the 42 takes out the 48. Interesting that the yellow did not come out there. Very surprising. But we are back, or we are not back live. We are back live now. Jesse Adams now looking for your third place here, and Dylan Abraham, and possibly second, and Emerson Arden. 16, the only one that had a problem. Or the 48's the only one that had a problem, sorry. Got turned. The 16 now to the inside, Dylan Abraham. Abraham now falling back. Can Joshua Balliat keep up with the 31? And he will get to the inside and possibly up in to the 5th place here. That 31 stuck in the high line now. 88. Thinking what Christian Bracken now to the inside of the 31. Dylan Abraham though going to get a run off of turn 2. Goes back to the inside of the 97, but the 97 of Joshua Balliat blocks here. Now going into 3 and 4. The 16 though will keep it going around on the outside. Here comes Bone Adams in the 9 to the inside of the 88 and the 40. They're going to be 3 wide on the French straight here. This looks like for 6th place. Got very close to each other right there. The 48 is a lap down. Doesn't look like he pit, but they are definitely catching up. Here comes Emerson once again to try and pass the 38 to Daniel Voiles. But the outside works better, it seems like. Can Emerson get to the 38 here? Can he get to the line? Can Emerson be the first one to lead a new lap? But here comes Jesse Adams, the 19. Emerson does not lead it. The 38 hangs on for right now. But the 15 is still to the inside. They're still side by side for the race lead down into turns 1 and 2. Emerson Arden now almost clears the 38, not quite. The 38 has the run in the outside along with help from the 19, but Emerson hanging tough. A nose ahead. He's going to clear into 3 and 4, and he will, I think, lead this lap unless Jesse Adams, the 19, gets to the 15, which he might. He's got a great run in the 19. Can Emerson lead a lap? That's bonus points, and he needs that. Jesse Adams does not get it, but the 15 gets bonus points now. Can Jesse Adams get there? He's going to clear the 15. And he takes the race lead now. Surprised how competitive this race has been. Emerson going right back at it. Maybe Jesse won't lead this lap. You got about the whole top 8 within a second of each other still. Michigan's acting like a drafting track right now. Because it is, but it's not a plate track. That was stupid. Jesse Adams does lead that lap, though, just barely. Emerson has the inside line. Here comes Dylan Abraham in the 31 once again. Emerson clears. Can the 31 keep up now? Now we go back to Mitchell Hudek in 5th place, trying to get around Voiles, who led the first 8 to 9 laps. Can he stay up in the top 10? Can he stay in the top 5 and continue to battle back towards the lead? Looks like he's going to try and get around Jesse Adams, but not quite there. Causey. Now it looks like he might be up into 5th. He is. Jesse Adams now going for 2nd. Side by side up here. We'll be back. Let's go through the field a little bit. Dan Park, unfortunately, started, I think, like 12th, back to 20th right now. If he has some good pit stops, he can make up some time. Go back here. Ben Park, who's top 10 in the points, back in 30th. Probably not having the best of days, and he's bottom 5 of the points. Connor Cunningham also won a race this year, not having the best of days here at Michigan. Same with the 42 Corey Chase, and now the 20 is on pit road. See what happened to Luna Farmer. Maybe it's just mechanical. I think it's just mechanical. Yep, unfortunate for the 20 car. And the 48 still there, but Emerson has a challenge for the race lead. Here comes Jesse Adams once again. This allows Causey down the 29 to catch up, and the 38 of Voiles. They're going to make it 3-wide, but Emerson gets the run on the outside, and he's going to lead the lap still. Can Voiles stay? Oh, here comes the 31, Dylan Abraham now. Top 8, top 10 now within a second of the leaders. Emerson, though, hanging tough on the outside. About 10 laps until we pit here. Emerson clears the 19 again. Here comes the 31, Dylan Abraham. Got a good run, it looks like, finally. And they're 3 wide right behind. Causey in the middle with his old car below him, the 32, Max Powers. And they're all 3 wide. The 38's going to get turned by the 16 almost. They somehow saved that. Very, very close to getting it turned. Voiles going to lose a lot of momentum there. How they did not wreck, I'm quite impressed with that one. That was close. That stacked everybody up now. Emerson continuing to lead. Causey gets the 5th out of all of that. But the loser in that one was Voiles going from 4th. All the way back to 7th now. Battling Joshua Balliet for 8th. 3 wide behind him again back there. Max Powers up into 2nd. He gets around Dylan Abraham, but Abraham gets a great run off of turn 2. He's going to go back to the inside of the 32 of Max Powers here. A lot of good racing going on right now here. The 31 now trying to get towards Emerson. Still side by side for P2. Here comes Cause. He's going to make it 3 wide for 2nd place. Very close to each other once again. And Max Powers loses a lot of momentum there in the 32. Jesse Adams can't do it. The 20's coming back off of pit road right up into this. Very slow on track. But it looks like everybody gets clear of it. Dan Park, unfortunately, still 20th. Saying about where he was. There's a lot of ground to make up. Go back up front here. There's the 48 now that they're going to try and pass also. Hopefully nothing happens when everybody's going through that. Emerson's starting to pull away just a little bit now. It's got a little bit of a gap. Causey up into 3rd. Here comes Jesse Adams now trying to get around Max Powers. He lost a lot of momentum. Here comes Balliet now on the outside. Joshua Balliet has Mr. Hodak right behind him, but nothing quite happening at the moment. We got Christian Bracken out to the inside of Hodak. This will be for 7th place here. And it looks like the idiot will clear with ease. We're getting close to pit stops here in like 5 to 6 laps, I think. Here comes the 40 now at Sam Oscon, who started, I think, 2nd row. Has fallen back quite a bit, all the way back to 10th. They're just trying to hang on right now to the top 10, going for 9th on the 30, Colin Francis, though. Bowen Adams also was top 10 early, fell back. Same with Voiles, after almost getting spun, back to 12th. Now they're 3 wide back here, coming up on the lapper. It's going to get a little dicey right here. They all just slowed up. Emerson getting caught by Causey here, though. The 29 has a great momentum here. Can't quite get there, though. Go back to Bracken, who's now to the inside of Joshua Balliet. Wants another spot. That'll be 6th place. That'll be 5th place, sorry. No, that'll be 6th, because the 19 of Jesse also got around Balliet. But Bracken, looks like they got the run. Maybe they'll go to the inside of the 19 now. Not quite there. And we go back a little bit. Now it's 3 wide for around 10th place. Voiles trying to get back into the top 10. Has a good car, but can't quite do it. Francis now battling Brian Glennon. This is for 10th place. Here comes Adam Gardner now. Dan Park, Hodak, the 09, I think, are Carlos Gutierrez. They're all back here battling. And we got pit stops on lap 20. That is earlier than I thought. It looks like Emerson pit. Now we wait. See when the 31 pits here. Whoever stays out last, we will probably end up staying out with them. Oh, 3 wide back there. Jesse Adams, Max Powers, and Christian Bracken in the 88. Well, we do have more pit stops, but the 32 stays out along with the 88. Christian Bracken should lead the lap there. That's bonus points for the 88. I think these are the last 2 to stay out. As the 20, it's like 4 laps down, 6 laps down. It's now going to push the 20 past the 88, or the 32 past the 88. The Chevy partners working together. The 32 pits, or are they both going to pit here? They both will. Man, 88 cutting that close there on the front bumper. And everybody else comes down pit road, it looks like. Emerson right there. Got a big lead, looks like over the 09 of all people. This will be interesting to see where everybody is here come the exit of pit stops. And we will go through the field once it cycles around. Looks like 4 tires for everyone. And here comes the 88. Stays ahead of everybody that was behind him there. There's the 20 that was a lap down. The 6 laps down. Ryan Keenan. Now we wait. We can't really see the guys. As he comes off of pit road. Maybe it was a great stop for the 88. There's Emerson, Dylan Abraham, and Causey. They're all full speed. The 88 technically comes out first. But here comes Emerson at full speed around on the outside. And same with Causey. As they're all still getting up to speed here. Emerson goes back to the race lead. Very close for second place. Now we'll go through the field. Emerson is leading this race over. Looks like Carlos Gutierrez, Joseph Causey, second and third. Fourth is Dylan Abraham, Christian Bracken, fifth. Max Powers, sixth. Seventh is Adam Gardner. RJ Bishop out of nowhere, eighth. Ninth is Sam Oscon, and 10th is actually not the points leader, sorry, is Andrew Carnoli the fourth. Then Bowen Adams, Max Smith, and everybody else back here. Dan 22nd, it looks like. So he's lost 2 spots, unfortunately. Man, big loser. Joshua Belliette was top 10. Back to 32nd there, though. Same with Voiles. Maybe that damage they end up fixing a little bit they got, and he's back to 36th. Hodak also was up near the top 10, back in 37th. And then your 2 damage guys. Emerson just hanging out over Carlos Gutierrez. Can Causey get to them? Now you got a battle between Christian Bracken and RJ Bishop here. That's for 5th and 6th. Bracken's going to lose it. Here comes Carlos Gutierrez, but that is just the lapper of Ryan Keenan after getting spun. Carlos clears these, and they all stack up behind the 48. I think the 48's going to pit here. And that is exactly what's happening. Now it's stacked everybody up back here. Let's see what happens. You're all making it through it quite easily. Now we see Sam Oscon to the inside of RJ Bishop here in the 45. The 40 clears. Not quite. RJ gonna make a run on the outside here. And he might clear the 40. Looks like he will. Carlos Gutierrez, however, has caught up to the 15 of Emerson. Not quite. Emerson pulls away again off of turn 4. Now we got Andrew Carnoli the 4th. Back here battling Sam Oscon in the 40 and Christian Bracken in the 88. Dodge, Chevy, and Ford. The 88's now falling back. Here comes Max Powers. Trying to get around the 88. Can't quite get there. Sam Oscon once again to the inside. Cannot make that move work. Max Powers has Adam Gardner now back here. I wonder what made it that yellow did not come out for the 48. It's wild. Oh, they're about 3 wide up here. This looks like for 5th place. And the 01's going to go from 7th to 5th. Trying to catch up to the top 4. Causey catching up to the top 2. RJ Bishop, though, back to the inside of Sam Oscon. Finally going to try and clear and make that move work. Looks like the 45 will get it done here. It looks like Causey got a great run off of turn 4. He's going to go to the outside of the 09. Still side by side. Causey gonna clear the 09 of Carlos Gutierrez here. And Andrew Carnoli the 4th do the same thing on Dylan Abraham. He's really close to the 31 here. Will he go to the inside though? Does not. Oh, tries to make the move. Not quite there. Causey though, great run on Emerson. He be the first one to pass Emerson around. He will have a run off of turn 4. He's not going to get the lap led though, but he's to the inside of the 15. I guess my goal is top 20. It's long race, Dan. Long race. Long race. Causey clears Emerson. We got a new race leader in the 29 Chevy v Chevy. Emerson though back to the inside. Can't quite get there though. Carlos Gutierrez is under pressure now from the 31 Dylan Abraham. Dylan maybe has a long run car. The Carlos Gutierrez maybe has a short run. Emerson maybe has a short run. His car looks to be fading. Here comes the 09. Causey as he pulls away. Dylan Abraham and the 01 Andrew Carnoli the 4th. Emerson hangs on for right now. Here comes the 32 of Max Powers around RJ Bishop though. That is for 6th place. Everybody's still pretty close in the top 10. Causey's starting to pull away though. Now the 32 back to the inside of the 01. Getting help maybe from the 45 here. Maybe they'll work together to get around this 01 car. Oh, 3 wide though for RJ Bishop on the inside. And he will clear both of them, it looks like. And RJ gains 2 spots. The 01 really having a rough time right now. Falling back. Emerson now has Carlos Gutierrez to his inside. It's Causey pulls away because of all this. And he clears. Emerson hangs on for 2nd. Now we go back here. Sam Oscon to the inside of Bowen Adams. As both Adams are close to each other once again. Sam Oscon trying to hang on. Not quite. 3 wide now right behind them there. That is for 10th place. And man, Bowen Adams lost a lot of time once again right there. Dan Park just hanging tough back at 22nd. They're in the main pack. I'm going to call it the main pack because Cropley on back seems to not be having a good day. And then we go back up front. Oh man, up front, there's a lot of 3 double file. 3 wide now for about, I don't know, it looks like 5th place. 2 rows of 3 wide up here now. Very congested up front. Kazi up here also leading over. It looks like the 31 of Dylan Abraham right now. Gonna get up in a second. This could get interesting. They don't want a wreck here. That could destroy a lot of their days. Carlos Gutierrez losing a lot of time down the outside. Emerson trying to hang tough, but his car looks like it's falling off. Still 3 wide for about 6. Max Powers is going for second. We're under yellow. We are under yellow. I'm going to assume it was the 18. He's the only one that doesn't have damage here. Dan Park turns Matthew Huber here in a checkup. And the 18 just goes around just like the 48 did earlier. And for some reason, no yellow on the first wreck with the 48, but this one causes one. And we were under yellow here today. Dan really wanted that yellow. My lord. Now, will Cosby come back out the race leader, though? I wrecked my old... Yeah, you did. Better hope that doesn't come back to bite you. Hopefully the 18 doesn't come back and takes you out now. Who will come out as the race leader, though? That is the question. Okay, will it still be Cosby, or will somebody else have a better pit stop? It looks like some people stayed out. It might just be the lappers. Cosby's done on pit road. Looks like the 19 of Jesse Adams, actually the 31 beats him out. He lost quite a few spots. Adam Gardner beat him out. Andrew the Cardinal the 4th, Jesse Adams, Max Powers, Dylan Abraham, all beat him out. Causey had a horrible pit stop there. Unless some took fuel only. Definitely interesting strategy here at the least. But we'll be back with the green flag here. Alright. Time to run down the field here. Looks like Dylan Abraham over Max Powers, Jesse Adams, Andrew Carnelli the 4th, Adam Gardner, Joseph Causey, Reese Schaefer, Barrett Compton, and Sam Oscon, Carlos Gutierrez are your top 10. Emerson falls outside the top 10. Same with the 45 and 88. They were all up front. Ben Park, 14th. Connor, who's won a race, is 19th. And with the pit stop, is still 23rd. Might have to fix a little damage. Boyle still back in 33rd. Did not gain anything. Same with Joshua Balliet. The 18, 37th. And then you got the other two up front with damage. This could get interesting here. Hey Dan, since you're here, is the stream quality okay? Alright, pace car is off. Okay. And we are back green here. The 20 actually has speed. Even though they're 4 laps down, it was just a mechanical problem they were dealing with. Hopefully their car can last, but the 48 has major damage it cannot fix anymore. The 31, though, hangs on to the race lead after we go back green here so far. Max Powers, and it looks like Andrew the 4th going to keep up. Now what about the rest of these guys? Jesse Adams battling Adam Gardner now in the 1. Adam Gardner trying to keep up, can't quite do it. Dan, you won last season, right? Champion-wise. Dylan Abraham, though, first over the 32 Max Powers and the 01. So the best champion at the moment in this race looks like Adam Gardner. And then, man, lots of 3 wide here with the slow 48. Dan Park and Voiles, the other 2 champions. Dan Park, right now, back in 23rd. Go find Voiles. Voiles right now, season 2 champ, back in 34th, not having a good day. It's just a battle for second place. Andrew Carnoli, the 4th, trying to get around. He technically got second place there at the line. Adam Gardner right there also. The 20 is going to get a lap back from the 31. Interesting. Now the 20 needs a lap, yellow. That's probably what they're banking on here to happen. But the 31 goes back to the inside of the 20. Go back here now. Joseph Causey, who blew that pit stop for some reason. Now back here with Adam Gardner. Back around 6th place. They got a lot of work to do to get back up to that race lead. Causey trying to clear Adam there. Can't quite get there. Now we might have a battle for the race lead if the 01 gets to the 31 here. Causey, though, to the inside of Jesse Adams. And that is going to be for 5th place. Sorry, 4th place. With Adam, they haven't crossed the line since he got around Adam. The 01 going for the race lead, though, and Dylan Abraham here. Here comes Andrew Carnoli, the 4th. Side by side here. The 01 really close to the 31 there. And Dylan Abraham keeps it on the outside for right now. Here comes Jesse Adams now on the outside. Trying to clear the 01 Andrew. Here comes Causey with that restart. Everybody's jumbled back up. So everybody's okay. Somehow the 18 still has speed compared to like the 48. Here comes Causey now to the inside of the 01 for 2nd place. Connor slowly moving up at the end of the top 10 right now. Man, the 32 got loose or something there. He's going to lose a lot of time. As they went 3 wide right there. We'll go back up here. Jesse Adams to the inside of the 01. The 01 now is starting to lose spots. Jesse cannot get it to work. Causey has found his way back up to 2nd. He wants the race lead back, and it looks like he's going to get there. But when? Looks like he's got to run here maybe into turns 1 and 2. To the inside of the 31, Causey goes for the race lead. Causey back up front in the 29. Here comes Sam Oscar now to the inside of Jesse Adams. Man, it looks like the 77 got close to the wall there, but crosses all the way over to the inside of Barrett Compton. Connor lost the top 10. Dan now passes him 3 wide back there with Ben Park also. Dan Park looks like he might be moving. We'll go back. Sam Oscon to the inside of Jesse Adams again. Really close in time between those two. Jesse Adams just lets off there into the corner. Causey pulling away now. He's just going to go back and lap the 20 car. He thinks maybe they're the leader. Nobody's out of the race. Sam Oscon cannot get to the 01, but Adam Gardner to the inside of Devin Smith now in the 88. Devin Smith also, I think he might be actually dead last in points to the 77. He needs a good couple races here to the end to hopefully try and get up to the top 10 at least for the points reset. Emerson, though, making it 3 wide on Adam Gardner and Devin Smith. They're going to get really close here. Emerson makes it work. Same with Adam Gardner, but Devin Smith loses a lot of time there. Carlos Gutierrez trying to get back towards this top 10 spot also. Looks like maybe Dan and Connor in the 7 and 24 are working together, trying to get up to this top 10. So they're like 3 Dan Park making a 3 wide, maybe. Not, no, it's Devin Smith making a 3 wide, and Emerson and Carlos Gutierrez here. Maybe 4 wide with Dan Park on the bottom. Emerson, oh no, that's really close. 4 wide, they make it. Dan Park, though, to the inside. That's going to be top 10 for the 7. If he can get around the 77, well, he actually got around the 99, the 15 and 09, so he's about 8th right now. He's going to clear Devin Smith, it looks like. RJ Bishop going for 3rd up here on the 01. 3 wide, Sam Oscon to the bottom for 3rd place here. Oscon all the way on the bottom. Dan up in the 8th. Can Sam Oscon hang on in the 40 here? Dylan Abraham trying to chase down Causey right now as we watch the battle for 4th. Actually, they caught Causey. Dylan Abraham is going to clear the 29 here, and that's for the race lead. As they're still stuck behind the 20 car. 3 wide back here. Dan Park trying to get Adam Gardner and Andrew Carnoli the 4th now. That is 2 more spots for the 7. He's up in the 6th. 3 wide back here, though. Emerson now has Andrew Carnoli the 4th to his inside. As Causey back to the inside of Dylan Abraham. They're just trading laps. Trading the lead here. Dylan slots back in line. Now they're 3 wide again for around the 7th position, sorry. Emerson using the outside line. He's just trying to hang on into the top 10. And Emerson looks like he hit that wall there in the 15. Maybe went a little too high. His car looks okay though. RJ Bishop clears the 40. Sam Oscon, that is for 3rd place. Dan now trying to get up to Jesse Adams. He wants a top 5. Still a long way to go. We're under 100 laps to go in this race. About 40 minutes in and we're on 54. Dan Park to the inside of Jesse Adams here. Emerson, though, coming back at him around the outside, maybe. For the race lead, though. Causing way up this time for 2nd place. The 31 losing time. RJ Bishop up into 2nd. Here comes Sam Oscon now for 3rd. They both cleared the 31. Dylan Abraham now falling back. Alright, here comes Jesse Adams in the 19. Dan Park trying to hold on over Carlos Gutierrez and Emerson Arden. RJ Bishop has Sam Oscon to the inside, though, for 2nd place. RJ still a nose ahead, but Oscon there. Dan Park also behind back here with Dylan Abraham losing time. Pushing Jesse Adams right past him. They might be 3 wide on the front straight. Dan going to the inside. The 40 finally clears. Emerson now going to follow Dan with Connor right behind him all the way in the 24. Dan clears the 19. That is 5th place for the 7. Emerson now battling Jesse Adams. As Causey has pulled out 1.27 seconds ahead from 2nd place. Emerson back to the inside. Dan Park now. He's moved from 23rd, I think, on the restart. Causey all the way by himself up front. RJ now going back to 2nd place. Trying to catch the 40 off guard, and he does. Looks like he's going to clear Dan up into 4th place around that 31. And they all single file out back here for right now. Here comes Carlos Gutierrez, clears Jesse Adams. Connor losing a little bit of time. He's going to fall back to 10th as Brian Glennon now up into the top 10. The 40 once again closed back in at RJ as Causey's pulling away 1.25. He just has the draft of the lapper ahead of him. We're probably getting close to pit stops once again. Here comes Dan Park, though. He's found speed in that 7. He's going to go up into 3rd place right now. From RJ Bishop, possibly here. But the 40 goes up high. It's going to give the 45 a draft. Dodge is having a really good day right now. In 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Chevy, though, leading the race. RJ tries to get back and hang on in 2nd, but Dan might make it 3 wide here. RJ still trying to keep the nose to the inside of the 40. But Dan's having a good run here. But with them doing this, they're losing lots of time to Causey. RJ clears, but can Dan Park get around the 40? Here comes Emerson now in the 15. Emerson still a little far back. Might try to go to the inside of Dan Park here, though. Not quite. They both go high, maybe to get a run on the 40. I think we're getting pit stops. The 40 pits. Alright, now we wait and see when Causey pits here again. Or whoever stays out the longest. Lap 60. Will Causey pit here around this time? Looks like he is staying low. He's going to go in with the lapper of the 20. RJ Dan. It looks like Voiles is the one to stay out. Ooh. So Voiles will lead a lap again. And we'll stay on board with the 38. It looks like Max stayed out. And Voiles pits here finally. Same with Max. That'll be your final 2 on pit road. So they're trying to pull the field strategy here. And it looks like it'll be an interesting battle for the race lead there. We'll get back to it after the 38 gets through his pit stop. And he is the #1 pit stop. I forgot he was on pole. Looks like right side tires. Will he take left sides also? He does. 4 tire stop for the 38. Away goes Voiles. Voiles comes off a pit road. There's Causey, RJ. Already ahead of him. There's Dan, also going to be ahead of him. Adam. So he's going to come out quite a bit behind. Looks like it's a battle between Causey and RJ Bishop here for the race lead. Once it cycles through, we will go through the field here. RJ Bishop, though, to the inside of Causey here for the race lead. Causey somehow still leads that lap just barely, but RJ clears, it looks like, for the race lead. RJ Bishop's your race leader over Causey. Dan Park in 3rd. 4th is Adam Garner. Your 2 champions right by each other. Emerson is now 4th, or 5th, over Cropley, Connor Cunningham, Dylan Abraham, Ozcon, Carlos Gutierrez, and everybody else under the top 10 back here. But man, these 4 have pulled away quite a bit. Dan now trying to hang on. He needs a good finish like this along with Adam Garner. They both need good finishes to get up in the top 10 in points. I think Causey and RJ are in the top 10, but I could be wrong. But Adam right there along with Dan Park. Right next to each other right now. Dan having a great day now. He was complaining earlier about his car. His car has managed to do better. Nobody out of the race impressed on that. Hey, what happened? RJ just pulled away. It was Adam again to the inside of Dan Park here. Two champions fighting each other. It looks like Adam Gardner will clear up into third. Dan hangs on in fourth. Maybe he'll just hang behind the one and maybe they'll work together. He'll go back here though. Dylan Abraham starting to lose more spots, or maybe he's making up some. He's getting around the 40. The same Oscar was trying to get around him, sorry. But man, end of the top 10. It's very close. Jesse Adams right there. Looks like Dylan might have gotten some damage in that 99. Looks like he does have front end damage. Or left front damage. A lot of people back here battling. Voiles still stuck after leading early. Back in 17th. And the rest of your field. Valiant still has not recovered. Back up at the 27th, moving a little bit. Owen Adams also was top 10 early on. He's not having a good day now. Max Service, don't know what's going on with his car, but back in 37th, all the way. Interesting. Now it's way spread out. Dan got back around Adam. Emerson now catching back up to Adam Gardner here. Still a long way to go in this race. Here comes Emerson to the inside of Adam Gardner. That's going to be for the fourth spot. Side by side here. Here comes Cropley. That's going to make a 3 wide here. That's going to be for the fourth spot. Emerson clears Adam. Maybe Adam's got a great run, though, on the outside, maybe. Here comes Connor in the 24 also. Emerson still side by side with Adam Gardner. That's going to allow Dan Park to pull away from these two. Maybe he can go chase down the leaders. Still side by side for fourth. Emerson just trying to hang on to the top 5 once again. He clears Adam. Adam's starting to fall back. Maybe he has a long run car or just a really short run car here. Cropley clears. Here comes Connor Cunningham also. Connor clears Adam. Adam has now lost 3 spots in 1 lap. As they all work together. Cropley now looking to the inside of Emerson. Where does Connor go in the 24? Connor goes a little too high. Cropley once again to the inside of the 15. As the top 2 have pulled away. We're going to continue to watch this battle. Connor has a great run on the outside now. Looks like Causey might be catching back up to RJ. And here goes Emerson. Emerson clears. Maybe he can get back to Dan. Adam trying to get back around Connor now. As they're in a huge pack back here. Here comes the 31 to the inside of Adam Gardner now. Dylan Abraham back. Getting help from the 40 of Sam Oscon. Just a bunch of double file back here. Corey Chase was like dead last early on after I think he took out the 48 early on. And now he's up to the top 10 and 9th. Adam Gardner almost hits the wall in the one there. Alright. Then we go back up here. Here comes Carlos Gutierrez to the inside of the 42, Corey Chase. They're all single file up here. Emerson's catching back up to Dan. The 45 is just using the draft at the 20 right now to keep ahead of Causey. Did Dan catch any time? Caught a little bit. Maybe if Emerson gets to him, maybe they can work together. Dylan Abraham trying to get the counter. We'll see how that continues to develop. Here comes Sam Oscott looking to the inside of Dylan Abraham. Can't quite get there. Emerson is caught up to Dan, though. If they end up battling, though, they're going to lose even more time now. Cropley also catching back up to these two. And they have lost quite a bit of time right there. 45 and 29 are just on a different level this race at this moment. Long way to go, but we will see what happens. Here comes Emerson to the inside of Dan Park. This could be bad. Dan needs to get back down to that inside line. Cropley, though, has Connor Cunningham to the inside here. We're getting close to pit stops once again. Connor gonna clear the 8. Not quite. The 8 has a great run on the outside. Maybe Dan and Emerson will pull away. Cropley, though, has a great run on the high line. Dylan Abraham now to the inside of Connor Cunningham. Maybe 3 wide here. Corey Chase all the way to the bottom. Can't quite get there. It's the 42 pitting. It's just a weird angle into the corner there. Dan gets right back around Emerson Arden here. Because it's caught up to RJ Bishop as they're both trying to pass the 20 finally again. The 20, though, is just making it a problem. Wants to stay 3 laps down. They're really hoping for that yellow. They think they have a good car, and it looks like it because they're up here with the leaders. Bakazi right there with RJ Bishop. If they start battling and they start getting like settled down back there, maybe they can catch up to these two. Or will one of these guys have a bad pit stop at some point? Which I thought that's what happened to Kazi under yellow. He lost, like he went back to like 7th, but got back up to 2nd quickly on that yellow, the green flag restart. Cropley and Emerson get back around Dan. Missed that by accident. Here comes Connor Cunningham now on the 7. Looks like some of the other people might have done better adjustments to their cars. Cropley now trying to get to Emerson there. Corey Chase now to the inside of Dylan Abraham. That's going to be for 7th place. Here comes Sam Oscott, though, going to make it 3 wide. Dylan Abraham almost hits the wall there. They clear that. And Causey does get to the race lead. That's my bad for not seeing that. They were really close at the line. They still cannot get around this 20 car. Luna Farmer really making it hard on these two. Causey, though, leads that lap. Dan got back around Cropley, but here comes Connor now. Will he make it to the inside of Dan Park? And it looks like he will put the car there. Because it's a great battle for 3rd on back. Cropley gets back in line behind the 24. Will try to make a run at all of them again. Can Corey Chase get there? Dan looking to the inside of Emerson, but could not get it to work. Cropley looking to the inside of Connor Cunningham once again. Here comes Corey Chase. Got a better run off of turn 4. Looks like Causey now pulling away towards the end of this run. Dan, though, back to the inside of Emerson Arden. Emerson trying to hang tough on the outside, but Dan had a great run through the middle of the corner there, but Emerson should have the speed off of turn 2. Maybe not. Maybe his tire is a little hurt right now. Here comes Cropley back to the inside of Connor. And they might make it 3 wide on Emerson, and they will. Connor gets there, and he sends it through the middle, following Dan. Connor might have a great run here on the 7. RJ gets back around Causey, though, for the race lead. These two really tight for a battle for the win. If they can keep having great pit stops, they will continue to battle for this This might be pit stops here for them on lap 80. If it's every 20 laps, because I think they pit around 60. Not quite yet. Dan, Connor, Emerson, Corey Chase, and everybody back here in a heated battle. And pit stops are starting with some of the lap traffic. Maybe that's why. We'll see when these two pit now. RJ now pulling away here. Dan's starting to do well too. Crofley looking to the inside of Corey Chase once again. It looks like RJ is pitting. So Kazi's going to stay out one lap longer here. We'll see if Kazi ends up pitting this time. The good thing is, because they're pitting every 20 laps, 100, 120, and then 140, so it'll be like a 10 lap run to the end for everybody. Should be. But, look at this, Kazi is extending the field at least 2 more laps. Kazi now pits here. Who stays out this time? Looks like Dan's going to stay out longer. So maybe some people are playing the fuel run. Dan leads the lap here. That's bonus points for the 7. Another champion right behind him, Voiles, also stays out. And these two playing strategy here. Will this hurt them or not, though? That is the question. I think these two are pitting this time. Yes, they are. The 7 and 38 pit here. 77, 98 also come in. That is the last floor in track. Now we wait for it to cycle around. What does Dan take here? He's going to take right sides. Does he take lefts also? And he does. Dan comes off of pit road. Will he beat Voiles though? They're going to be side by side off pit road, but Dan does have the leverage coming off. There's Kazi. You can see how far these guys are back from him. It's about 4 seconds. Now where do the other guys? There's Connor. There's Corey. So Dan's got some work to do. Because he's losing a lot of spots right now with that pit strategy. RJ though way ahead of Kazi from his early pit stop. But Kazi seems to have the longer run car. So we'll wait for it to cycle around here. Looks like RJ is your race leader over Kazi in the 29. Then it's going to be Corey Chase in the 42, Connor Cunningham in the 24, Emerson in 5th, 6 is Lingerfeld out of nowhere, Barrett Compton, Cropley, Adam Gardner, and Jesse Adams your top 10. Dan, with the longer, staying out longer strategy, ends up back in 12th, but maybe his long run car will help him propel him back up there. We will see. We go through this. Voiles lost a lot of time because of that too. Oscon was also up there, so he might have done that strategy. Carlos Gutierrez was up there quite a bit today, falling back. And now we'll go through the leaderboard. Nobody out. And RJ, man, has a 2.2 second gap to Kazi here. And then Connor, Corey, Chase, Emerson, and Lingerfeld all together here. 3rd through 6th. We'll stay on with Emerson as it looks like he might be getting up to Corey Chaser. Causey caught a lot of time there though. 1.8 was 2.2. That was about what, 3/10? Lingerfeld to the inside of Emerson Arden here. Can't quite make it work. As you see Corey Chase now trying to get around Connor. Dan, what were you thinking on that strategy there? Took you outside the top 10. Emerson though looking to the inside of the 42. Emerson Arden to the inside of Corey Chase here. That is going to be for the 4th spot. Can he make it work? Causey really catching 1.3 now back from RJ. That's another 3 to 4/10 out of the lead. Taking big chunks out of the 45's run. We'll continue to watch that. Corey Chase held on over Emerson Arden there. And Causey lost a little time there though. Emerson now closing in on Corey Chase and Connor Cunningham here. Can the 42 get around on the 24 here? Looks like they might. Corey Chase cannot make it work. Here comes Lingerfeld to the inside of Emerson Arden. Corey Chase to the inside of Connor Cunningham. All 4 cars under a blanket. 3 wide with the 24, 15, and 5. All 3 Chevys man. Emerson and Connor hit a little bit. Connor going to lose 2 spots there. Emerson's going to hang on to where he was. Actually, sorry, he gains 1 out of that with Connor losing all of them. Lingerfeld gains a spot. Lingerfeld trying to make the move work, completely finish it. I think he will have to run down the long straight. And he finally clears the 24 Connor. Causey about 8/10 back now. Slowly but surely catching RJ here. Dan not having a good time after that long pit stop back to 16th. Connor Cunningham back to the inside of Lingerfeld. Not quite there. Barrett Compton has caught up to these guys. Compton not quite there. There's a slow 48. They all get around him now back here. As Causey's catching up to RJ. We're going to watch and go on board for a second here with the 29 as he catches the 45. Here comes Causey to the inside. Or outside, sorry. Our RJ Bishop here for the race lead. Causey has the long run car, but loses time there in the high line. Dan, what were you thinking? Staying out that long? Staying out that long looks like it hurt you. Or maybe your pit crew threw it away. One of the two. It looks like pitting early is the way to go, though, if you want to stay ahead of people. Unless you're one of these two up front. Here comes Causey back at RJ, though. He's there up front. Dodge v Chevy. Can Causey make a move once again? The 20 is still trying to get that yellow. And they might actually catch the 48 for a spot. Well, it's your time then, Dan. You're the one that caused the first one, and only one of the night. I think we've only had one today. RJ, hanging on. I think Kazi has a good run here off a turn too, though. He blocks. Can Kazi go all the way to the bottom? Are they going to push each other past the 20 finally? Looks like that's what they're trying to do. Haluna Farmer is really making it hard on these two. And now we're catching up to the 18 who has damage. It's going to go lap down. Max Service also. For some reason, really slow here. But RJ and Kazi are going to get around the 20, it looks like. Connor hanging on. Emerson now battling the 43 of Barrett Compton. Lingerfeld also there. Can't quite get there. Here comes Lingerfeld now and Barrett Compton here. Here comes Corey Chase to the inside of the 5. He looks like he's going to clear Kyle Lingerfeld now. And does. Cropley. Adam now battling Jesse Adams for about 9th place. Looks like he will try to clear him, but can't quite get there. Dan fell back to about 16th, now 15th. The 48 who has broken car right behind him. Oh, Ben Park blows up! Right behind Dan. Will he make it to pit lane? Ben Park was having an okay day. This might lose his top 10 spot in points because nobody else is out of the race. And he's going to finish dead last in this one with a blown motor and the 21 of Ben Parker. That is unfortunate. Now Corey Chase to the inside of Connor Cunningham. I like Dan said, I'm pretty sure he started last row. 42 is having a great run right now after starting last. But man, what an unfortunate turn of events for Ben Park. One Park brother is out. Corey Chase clears the 24 Connor Cunningham here. Here comes Barrett Compton now in the 15 of Emerson Arden. Looks like he might have the run. Can he make it work? As we get close to pit stops once again. Barrett does not get there. Arden now just pulling away as we hit lap 100. 50 laps to go. I think 2 more pit stops for everybody. I want to grab a water, but I feel like they're about to make pit stops. So we're going to wait. Let's see if RJ pits this time, because I think he's the first one to pit. He does not. Go get your water in a minute. In a minute, Dane, in a minute. Emerson Barrett. Corey Chase now has caught up to Barrett Compton. Trying to get a run here on the 43. Now going into turns 3 and 4. Could not get that to stick. These two are not pitting it. Maybe it will be a field mileage race at the end. For the top 2. Maybe they both can't make it. Maybe one of these 4 will win. Dan's falling back a spot again, unfortunately. Man, double file up here. Barrett Compton to the inside, have Emerson with Connor to the inside of Corey Chase, and Lingerfeld now back up here. Can Lingerfeld make it 3 wide? Will he go all the way to the bottom here? He will not. And Causey caught up to Barrett there. Causey's going to lead this lap. Now that pack of 4 behind is still only about 4 seconds back. And now 3.3. They lost a lot of time there, these two. Interesting. Barrett now back to the inside. Causey here for the race lead, maybe? Not quite. It looks like Barrett, or RJ, sorry. RJ is pitting. Causey stays out. Here we go. Once they all pit again, then we will go get our water. So right now, RJ pit what, 104 or 103. Causey's coming to 104, coming to 105. I don't know, Dan, depending on how many laps you stay out, maybe you can steal a win here. Causey pits. Barrett pits. Connor and Lingerfeld stay out. Another one. So Connor gets a lap lead here. That's bonus points for him. Just like the 7 of Dan Park, who gained bonus points. There's RJ coming off of pit road. Got 45 to go. Connor and Lingerfeld pit. Voyle stays out now. He should lead a lap, like he did early on. I think Dan pit. Yeah, Dan, looks like you pit. You did not do the strategy you were doing. Maybe you learned from the first time, so you might gain spots again. Do either of these 4 now, either of these 3, sorry, stay out even longer? It does not look like it. Now Voiles pits. Now RJ has a huge lead, it looks like, on Causey. Unless I just didn't see him there. We'll take a look at that in a second. Maybe Causey's ahead of him. Voiles pits here. Where will he come out? We're gonna let him pit, and I'm gonna grab water. Alright, we are back with our water. And good to go. So now we go back to our yellow flag. We're back with the yellow flag. Okay. A perfect timing, I guess, to see what happened. Oh! Oh, there it is. Voiles gets turned off a pair. Did I miss that, Dan? You. Voiles, Brian Glenn off of pit road. How the 30 gets turned up the track. Luckily, they weren't going that fast, so he didn't go up into traffic. And that brought out the yellow. And that is lucky for the 38. Holy moly. We'll be back with the restart. The 20 did gain that lap back though. Finally. Now they're going to try probably again, and the 20 is going to hope for another lap back. But we will go through the run here. Causey is your race leader over Corey Chase, Connor Cunningham, Lingerfelt, Adam Gardner, Cropley, Andrew Carnelli the fourth, Jesse Adams, Max Powers in the 98 of Brian Glennon. What happened to RJ? RJ all the way back in the 26th. Don't know what happened to him. Dan's 12th. Man, the 38 led a lot of laps today with that spin. Somehow, 21st. Interesting. They all should have this. I don't know. They go about 20 laps in gas. So, say we start in what, 112 here? 32. Oh, it's going to be a fuel mileage race, I think, now. This could be really interesting. I think it's a one stop to the end. One stop to the end. Pace car's off. And we're back green here at Michigan. Will Farmer get back ahead of the 29? Lingerfeld makes a 3 wide on the bottom. He's going to make moves. Trying to get around the slow traffic quickly. Causey trying to get around the 20. It looks like he should do that. Can Corey Chase from last place make it work? Keep up with Joseph Causey now. We will see. Connor back to 4th. And a lot of scrambling going on back here. Maybe around those lappers. Connor's pitting. He didn't pit under yellow or something. Or he's having a mechanical issue. Here comes Corey Chase, though, for the race lead. And he is there on the 29, and he's going to clear. Corey Chase up there. Lingerfelt. Adam. Jesse Adams. Adam Gardner. Your top 5 all under a blanket. Adam Gardner now to the inside of Kyle Lingerfelt. As Corey Chase continues to use the bottom lane and hangs on for the race lead, and they will now lead a lap from last place. Here comes Causey. Can he get back around? He goes crossover all the way back to the bottom. Adam Gardner also here in the 1. Dan Park up to 6. Here comes Adam trying to get around Corey Chase. They cannot let Causey pull away. Causey now to the inside of the 20. That is not good for everybody. Huge run for the 1 of Adam Gardner. Well, he gets to the 29. He does get to the 29 of Joseph. Adam Gardner now to the bottom, and he's going to clear, it looks like. Probably with ease, the 29 of Joseph Causey. Lingerfelt to the inside of the lapper. Causey again had a good run, trying to get back to Adam Gardner here. And he's back to the inside. But Adam says no, he wants to lead a lap and get his bonus points today. Adam got a great run off of 4, but here comes Causey in the 29. Not quite, actually. Looks like Adam will clear with ease. Dan Park now to the inside of Jesse Adams here. That is going to be for the 5th spot, but here comes Causey for the race lead. Farmer wants a lap back again. Farmer clears all of them, and Lingerfelt might make it 3 wide here. Adam lost the lead. Causey takes it back. Here comes Brian Glennon. Jesse Adam loses that spot to the inside of Dan Park. Lingerfeld now has a run. Corey Chase has a run. Brian Glennon gonna make it 3 wide for third. Lingerfeld though to the inside for the race lead. Oh, really close between Adam and Corey Chase. That was close there. Lingerfeld leads this race. Causey now back to second. Corey Chase, Brian Glennon, Adam Garner, Dan Park. Jesse Adams, Devin Smith, or Devin Zimmerman, sorry, all jumbled up back here. Adam Gardner now has Dan Park to the inside. 3 wide right behind him again. Dan back up into 5th place, passing Adam Gardner here. They might go 4 wide right here. The 30 backs out of it, thinks better. As Lingerfeld now has Causey closing in here as they're trying to get around the lap at the 20. The 20 really making it a problem for everybody. Only Ben Park out of the race. Lingerfeld hangs on. Here comes Corey Chase once again trying to get around Causey McCampa. Here comes Brian Glennon around the outside of the 42. I think they pit around 32, you guys. What's going to happen here if I was right on when they restarted. Dan Park gets shoved up the track a little bit by the 32 max powers. That might have helped the 7 though, being on the high line. And Dan trying to stay with Adam Gardner there. Causey now to the inside of Lingerfeld for the race lead. Could not make it work. Can anybody keep up with these two now? Lingerfeld has Causey back to the inside. Lingerfeld will hang on and lead that lap for now. Here comes Corey Chase with them battling. Lingerfeld has the outside line though. He's going to clear. Dan trying to get back around Adam Gardner. Cannot quite get there. They slow each other up. Brian Glennon trying to get around Corey Chase. Dan now stuck on the outside line. Looks like Causey has a run again on Lingerfeld off of turn 4. Not quite there. Side by side here in the turn 1. This will allow Corey Chase again to pull up to him. And slots back in line behind Lingerfeld for now. But might have a run off of turn 2. Corey Chase though has a run. They might be 3 wide for the lead, but here comes Causey once again for the lead. Getting help from the 42, 98, and 1 now. It looks like Dan slots back in front of the 32 back there. But Causey has a better run off of 4 now. Side by side at the line, it will be Causey this time. What a battle for the race so far. I wonder how many lead changes we've had. Causey clears with ease. That is not good for everybody else. Because if he starts to pull away like he did with RJ. Brian Glennon out to the inside of Corey Chase with Adam Gardner also there. Let's just go take a peek and see how RJ is doing. After that, he's still only about 17th. He's got a lot of work to do. And actually, I didn't even realize this, but Emerson also lost a lot of spots and all that. And he is back to 21st right now. And now Corey Chase trying to get around Adam, stay ahead of Adam Gardner, sorry. As Dan Park tries to get around Max Powers with help from Devin Zimmerman in the 12. Really jumbled up back here. Any wrong move can make you lose the top 10 spot right now back here. As they're all jumbled up together. Devin Zimmerman to the inside makes a 3 wide, and Dan Park and Adam Gardner there. Here comes Devin Smith, who's last in points in the 77. He wants the top 10. 2 bottom 5 in points, I think, the 77 and 7. right now working at it together, trying to get a top 10. Lingerfeld actually got around Causey. I didn't even know that. They're getting around the 20 here. Brian Glennon also up here now. As we get close to those final pit stops. Who will win this race? Any predictions, Dan? Maybe you'll stay out. Hopefully you don't. Maybe you'll pit early. That is the question for everybody here. I think pitting earlier here is actually the better option than staying out longer at this moment. Lingerfeld, I don't know how, but he's found speed here towards the end. Maybe that pit stop helped him under yellow. Made some adjustments. Connor has a weird strategy. I think he's now, yeah, he's a lap down from what he did. I don't know where he's at. In theory, Connor should have fresh tires, right? He should be making up time on people, if I'm correct on that. Oh, Corey Chase to the inside of Brian Glennon here for third. As they're starting to spread out a little bit. Causey's pitting. I feel like that's a little early. The 29 pits. I mean, it might be the right strategy, but if somebody can get to 130, I think they make it in one more. Causey's going to be stretching it on fuel. And maybe staying out longer will be the better idea here, because I don't think that's going to work. That's too early in my opinion. They were going about 20 laps this whole race. There is 23 to go. 24. Lingerfeld's going to pit also. Interesting. Who stays out? A lot of people do. Looks like Brian Glennon will take the race lead. That's a little early. Still, I think anybody who pits now might have a chance to make it. But Brian, way ahead of these other guys. He's going to pit now. Devin Smith stays out along with Voiles once again. Smith, he's really trying to make something else work. As he is last in points. Gets bonus points there for the 77. Still green for it. Oh, we're into yellow. Jesse Adams. Oh no, and this time it wasn't so lucky for him. Gets turned by Cropley up onto the track. Don't know what the 8 car was doing there. That was not a smart move by Cropley today. And the 18 hits him. Oh no, I think that blew up the 2 of Fox also from the little hit. And Matthew Huber just a massive whack to his car. That is unfortunate for all of them here today. And now we're under yellow. Now it is just a race to the end. And this will shake up the whole field too. Dan's a lap down. Connor's a lap down. Lingerfeld's a lap down. Causey's a lap down. I'm just going to let this one play out. Hopefully it'll... Yeah, not anymore. But you also might have gotten screwed there from the 18 being, having that happen. Now pit stops for all these guys. Who will become... Was somebody in the grass there? Oh, it was. It was Reese. Farron. Alright. Gonna watch the final set of pit stops. This is with what I think is the fuel mileage part of this. Oh, the 6 got involved. I gotta go see what happened to him. Oh, the 43. So something else happened too. Oh shit. Oh, they just hit each other into yellow. They don't know how to slow down. Oh my god. What the fuck? They all don't know how to slow down. Oh, you guys were doing it up here. Oh lord. Alright. Boyles did not win the race off pit road. I don't even know anymore. Sorry about that. Here we go. Now we're waiting. 48's out. The 31, Dylan Abraham. 97 of Malin's out. So many people are damaged because for some reason people do not want to stop under yellow there. Your car is fed. Fucked. To be honest with you, Dan, I don't know how many people are in lead lap. I think Max is the race leader. I don't even know anymore. Hopefully we're going green this time. Nope. So Brian Glennon is the race leader. Alright. Oh my lord. The 31, the 97, the 6, 43, 18, 19, and 48, and 21 are all out of the race. 41, 24, 2, and 8 all lap down. Technically, you guys are on lead lap still, Dan. But, just ahead of the leaders. Because it's still going to be a double file restart. And 17 totally on lead lap. Brian Glennon, Colin Francis, Devin Smith, Zimmerman, Carlos Gutierrez, Voiles, Devin Smith, RJ Bishop, Emerson Arden, Troy Salter, and it looks like Sam Oscon are your top 10. Any predictions now for who will win this race? What the absolute fuck? One yellow fucked this whole race up. As we have 18 to go here. Hopefully people are saving fuel under this yellow. And we should be going green this time. And pace lights are off. There's Brian. This could get interesting here before the end of this race. With a lot of people being damaged now. Some of you need a quick yellow to get back up there. To get your lap back. Hopefully you don't go lap down. Dan, your goal is 18th now. Or top 20. I guess. You did not want that yellow, Dan. As we wait to go back green. Can Brian Glennon hold on? Over Colin Francis, Devin Zimmerman, Carlos Gutierrez of Wales now. We will see. Francis cannot make it. For some reason it's pitting. Well, that takes another person out of this race. I mean, that could be smart. Maybe people run out of fuel. I really highly doubt that, but interesting strategy for the 30 car. Should just pit under the yellow. Francis pits. And we're back green here at Michigan with 17 to go. Here comes Devin Smith to the inside for the lead, but can't. A lot of slower cars right here. There's Brian Glennon. And he's going to try and surf his way through this traffic. It's either a yellow or they get spread out enough. Brian Glennon trying to follow behind Dan Park right here, right now. I don't know who's battling him for the lead. I think it's the 12 of Devin Smith, or Zimmerman right here still. Well, they're 4 wide. Oh. Looks like Voiles is now the race leader back in the 38. So he got around the 12, but the 12 is Zimmerman on the outside. Dan's car still seems to be fast enough. Emerson now back up here in the 15. And it's a 3-4 car battle right here for the raceway. It all depends on this lap traffic though for these guys. Voiles, looks like his car might be the best. Has Dan Park right ahead of him. Almost hits the 7. Now we see, can Emerson get to him? But Dan holds him up. Now here comes Emerson back to the outside of the 38. Here comes Brian Glennon in the 98 once again. Dan really trying to stay on the lead lap. Here comes Brian Glennon, got a great run. It's almost 3 wide for the race lead. Voiles hangs on for it now. As Dan trying to hold these guys up as long as he can. He's really hoping for that yellow. Voiles hangs tough on the outside for right now. We'll continue to stay with the race leaders. Emerson trying to get around Brian on the outside here. And he will. Can he get back up to the 38 now, Voiles? Before he gets around Dan Park, because you got to keep passing the lappers along with the 88. God damn it. There goes Dan. Can Emerson get around him easily now? Does not look like it. Voiles might be able to pull this one out. But has a lot of lap traffic ahead of him. Can the 15 get around the 70? Blocks the 98. Voiles goes 3 wide up ahead of the lappers. With 2 of the old leaders that they're putting a lap down now. Can Emerson keep up with the 38 through the traffic? Emerson follows him, goes below Kazi. He's there at the 38. They slow up a little bit. Here comes Connor, they're now passing, possibly. Max Powers, Lingerfelt. What is Emerson going to do in this situation? He's just going to tuck in behind the 38. Brian Glennon also trying to follow the 2 ahead of him. These 2 finally cleared the lap traffic cars, some of them. Here comes Brian Glennon though. He's going to have a run on Emerson. This might hurt the momentum of the 1538. There's the slow 8. What's going to happen here? Man, that was close. Cropley's car is destroyed. Emerson gets clear of him as we watch the battle for the win here. Lingerfeld just going to go to the inside of Emerson. Almost. And RJ up into 4th. That 45 car out of nowhere. Voiles pulling away. But man, RJ found his way back to the top 5. With under 10 to go here. 10 laps to go. Continue to watch Voiles now. A little bit of clean track. Some lappers ahead of him. Emerson also clear track. As they're all trying to get around. Lingerfelt behind him. 4 lappers ahead of these 2 leaders. How will they navigate that? Emerson trying to stay in the draft of the 38. Voiles closes up on this group. The 42 and the 1 check up. That's going to give room to these 2 on the bottom now. Emerson, though, gets stuck, unfortunately. But Connor goes double foul with Max Service there. That blocks the 38 in a little bit as Emerson still to the inside of the 42. Brian Glennon trying to get through this lap traffic. Here comes Emerson. It's closing in on the 38 a little bit. But there goes Voiles to the inside of Max. Emerson just needs to keep pace with the 38 to have a chance. But gets stuck behind the 0. But they still have to get around Connor. There's the 20 still up here too. Along with Colin Francis Pitt. We got to remember that. So if these guys can't make it in fuel, the 30 might be the winner if that ends up being the case. The 38 doesn't show any signs of letting up to save fuel. So it'll be interesting to see. They got 7 to go here. And Emerson's stuck behind the 0 and the 24 now. I haven't even looked at this all day, but Colin Francis has the fastest lap of the 49, Chris Melee, I think. And Emerson just getting screwed over right now by those 3 lappers. Boyles, 6 laps to go. And he's catching back up to that 20 car. That has been a pain in the ass for a lot of people today. The 20 is still somehow 4 laps down. I swear they got a lap back every time a yellow has come out, but I guess not. And only 17 in the lead lap. Boyles pulling away. Emerson now falling into the clutches of Brian Glennon, unfortunately. I think Boyles has this one wrapped up unless the fuel comes into play here. I mean, if any of these guys can clear the lap traffic, they might have a chance, but these 3 are all battling behind the 4 lap or the 3 lappers. And they're losing time because of it. Like I said, Colin Francis, what, 17th? Only 5 seconds back. But like I said, it will get interesting here. Sorry, 35 seconds back. Unless they do like a quick pit stop. Which I don't they might not have to. If Boyle starts battling with like the 20, that could lose him the race also with 3 laps to go here for the 38 of Daniel Voiles. Emerson finally cleared those guys, but still has lap traffic ahead of him. Remember, if a yellow comes out now, the race is over. Because it comes this time to 2 to go. Alright, 2 laps to go for Daniel Voiles here. Emerson trying to get through the lap traffic. It might be a little too late for that. He needs to go like 3 wide here right now to have a chance. And he's stuck on the outside though. as Voiles catches the 20. Coming off a turn 4 with 1 lap to go. This time by here for Daniel Voiles now. I think this will be his first win on the year. Trying to get back in the championship form here from season 2. Voiles now just trying to put the 20 one more lap down. Emerson got passed by the 88. Voiles off of turn 4. Will come around to win here at Michigan International Raceway. Over. Looks like Christian Bracken gets up to second. Emerson third. RJ fourth. Troy Salter gets a 6th place with Devin Smith in the 77 getting a 6th. Sam Oscon 7th. Brian Glennon falls all the way back to 8th. Devin Zimmerman in the 12 gets 9th, and 10th is Carlos Gutierrez in the 09. And then we gotta wait for these guys to cross the line for it to be official. Even though that didn't matter for the 20, but the 2 gets past by him. Alright, we will be back with the points after we export here. Season 4, race 8. Alrighty, let's go to process. Okay, I thought that was for sure gonna be a, what's it called? Closer race. I meant to do that. And process, yes. Race 8. We had 3 yellows for 12 laps here today, 36 lane changes for 14 different leaders. That's pretty damn good for a track. Now we go to results. Voiles is not the most lap leader. It was actually pretty close between 3 people. Voiles, though, did lead 30 laps here today. Bracken led 2. Emerson Arden led 19. Your lap leader of the day looks like RJ Bishop. Devin Smith got 1. Brian Glenning got 5. 1 for Connor Cunningham. 7 for Lingerfelt. 1 for Corey Chase, Adam Gardner. Causey had 34. 2 for Dan Park. 11 for Dylan Abraham. And 1 for Jesse Adams. So all those guys got a little bit of bonus points. I'm pretty sure in that. Yeah, because Dan actually... It caused to gain more points to Powers, and Dan only was 1 behind him. But we'll generate files. We'll look at the awards, which it doesn't really matter. But pole sitter was Voiles, who ended up winning, actually, just now that I thought about it. Front runner was RJ, and also met the challenge with RJ. It would have probably been Corey Chase in the 42, but RJ ended up starting 34th, kind of like Corey Chase. And RJ ended up 4th place there. So headache was Jesse Adams, 32nd or 32 places dropped from 5th place to 37th with the accident. And then your diehard racer was Luna Farmer in the 20, which I actually agree that they were in this one. And I think, where's Voiles here? Yeah, so with that win, that's actually, what, 2 on the year? 2 on the year, actually, for Voiles. So that propels him back up in the 10th place, actually. Congrats to him. He needs to keep doing that to keep it up. Andrew Carnoli, the 5th, is your points leader still. 26 points over Farron Elam Jr. Emerson Arden goes up to 3rd, plus 4. Mitchell Hudek, Troy Salter gains 6. Christian Bracken gains 11 up into 6th. Connor Francis minus 2. but still top 10 for the playoffs, or the chase. Angel Gutierrez +1, and Voiles back up to the top 10 over RJ, who also had a great race, 1 point behind him. So it is really close to that cutoff. People who are really close to that is everybody really back to. This is pretty big gap. Lingerfeld 18 ahead of him actually, but they're still pretty close all back here. Devin Smith, even with a good run, he got a top 10. Is still 11 points behind Corey Chase, unfortunately. Dan Park lost 2 because of the late stuff that happened there with him. So that's unfortunate. But your biggest gainer, I think, is Voiles with the win. -13 for RK. The 48 lost a lot. He dropped outside the top 10. Same with Ben Park. Dropped outside the top 10. -11. Everything stayed pretty much the same on the bottom, and the top 2 stayed the same for now. Let's go look at statistics and see how everybody is doing. Completion percentage. Looks like Andrew Carnelli the 5th. That's why he's leading 99%. 99.7%. I think he's the best on it. 0.7997 again for, looks like Colin. Yeah, actually looks like it's Hodek. 99.8. Go top. Yeah, the starts doesn't matter. But Voiles, first one to 2 wins this year. Everybody else won. Andrew Carnelli the 5th still. Top 5. 4 with those. Voiles now has 3 along with RJ Bishop. 2 for Andrew Carnelli the 4th and Angel Gutierrez. Your top 10s, Andrew Carnelli the 5th, Carlos Gutierrez, and Emerson, all with 4. Andrew the 4th and Brian Glennon with 3. Nobody's had 2 polls. Laps completed, Fairley and Troy Salter both with 1471, and Hodek at 1470. Andrew Carnelli the 5th and Sam Oskin 1469 each. Laps led, looks like Connor by quite a bit still. Probably because I think he won. I remember what short track it was. Was it Bristol? Connor led a lot there. I think he led some here today too. Bowen Adams, 143. Colin Francis, 117. 105 for Andrew Carnelli the 5th. And Carlos Gutierrez, 91. It doesn't look like race 8 got anything here. It does say 8, right? Okay, it does. Yeah, race 8 here at Michigan did not get anything. Miles completed is still Farron and Troy. 1989 on both. 1980, same as 1987 and 1985 for Hodek and Francis and all that. I'll just bring up Discord. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see this? Can you see Discord? It doesn't look like. Alright, now you can. We're just gonna go to this for the schedule. We're going to Oswego, I think is how you say it. We'll open, what's it called again? NR and see how many laps that will be, and then we will see you guys next time for that. Oswego. There'll be 150 laps there at just over a half a mile track. I could either do that or 100's only 200 for basically a half mile track. Maybe we'll do the full distance, but we will see. 75 is what we've been doing. So we will see you guys there next time. Peace out.